Welcome to my Mexican home. That's what we say in Mexico. Luxury one area in Mexico City. That apartment cost, I just finished my first painting to eat in the morning besides my breakfast. Trauma in my life. For you to understand the way of living in Mexico, how much cost everything. We are going to my bedroom, but still, we do have here, now I wake up like 7 a.m. mostly. Important to feel myself here comfortable. I love to come here to chill, to read the books. Swimming pool, gym, building just with your fingerprint. First terrace we do have here.
Feel cool, no? I like it.
Yeah, sauna. Hello! Welcome to my Mexican home. You are so perfect on time because I just finished to prepare our breakfast. We're gonna eat here and talk about some interesting things. And it's not Mexican breakfast to be honest, but still that's like my typical breakfast here. Avocado, eggs. I'm gonna tell you more about that. Welcome. Be my guest. So that's how my typical breakfast looks like every day. Normally I love poached egg, and I do it with the integral bread, and every day I use avocado, and I love it. I think it's like my favorite food in the world. Okay, vegetable. And by the way, once I went to the ranch of my friends here in Mexico, where they had avocado plantations, and that was I was very excited to see how it like grows and all that stuff. And by the way, here this week I found this like for me it's like super weird type of avocado. It's called Mexicola. And it has like it's totally different structure, and also on the inside it's like, for me it was weird, kind of harsh, and to be honest I'm not a fan of that one, but I love these. I think it's like typical Mexican avocado type, and I love to eat it like every day, so I'm like a fan of avocado. Here also, this is my like new drink. I found out, like I was checking for 10,000 recipes in the internet how to make a turmeric latte, and I finally found my like perfect recipe. So you go with the almond milk, 1 teaspoon of turmeric, the same amount of cinnamon, and 1 teaspoon of green ginger. And I don't know how to explain my feelings for that drink, but I love it so much. Since that time, since today, since yesterday, okay, this is my favorite drink ever. I think I'm kind of quitting with coffee now. So please start your breakfast and drink with me. Salud! That's what we say in Mexico. So I live in Polanco, which is the newest and kind of luxury one area in Mexico City. And it's like, I always call it like a Moscow city center, you know, in Moscow, because it looks like the same, and it has like 8 towers here, and it's like a business area, and you know, it's growing so fast. So imagine, I went to Moscow for the summer for 4 months, and then I'm coming back home and go straightly here and see that after four months it grew the half of the building, some other tower, and it's just like in front of my apartment, you know. I'm like, okay, what's next? And so as I say, it's kind of expensive area, and if we talk about rent here, my apartment is 70 square meters size, and the rent of my apartment cost 30,000 of pesos, which is $1,500. But as that apartment is an apartment of a friend of my friends, I pay half of the price, because he tried to sell the apartment for like 2 years. The market was stuck, and at the end he was like losing the money, you know, and that apartment was super new when I came here, but for him it's like better if I pay like half of the price or nothing, you know. So because like no one wants to rent that expensive. It's kind of quite expensive for Mexico City. And if we say about to buy that apartment here, that apartment cost $330,000. And here you can see like I love that space here because you can move it like all around. If I wanna like watch the sunset or sunrise, I turn it and like I paint a lot. Actually, I just finished my first painting, and this is just preparation for my next one. Maybe one day I'm gonna start to sell them. Who knows? And you know, this apartment is like super light. The colors mostly like gray and white, and for me it's like super comfortable. It's not big, but it has everything, you know. I mostly like didn't move anything here, and I didn't buy a lot of stuff because I had an experience when I was living here 1.5 years, and then I moved back to Moscow for work, and you know I needed to like kind of sell everything around, so I didn't buy anything else. And here, like I chill here, watch movies, Netflix and chill and stuff. And I love that big sofa. It's pretty comfortable here. And you know, you can see who is my favorite author here. It's Khaled Hosseini. He's from Afghanistan, and like I fell in love with his books. And this is actually a present of my friend. I actually wanna kind of sell it or give as a present because I don't like that stuff in my house anymore. And yeah, this is the phrase which means a lot, but I'm kind of trying to figure out. I think it's about to love yourself first. So that's pretty about that corner. Small kitchen here, and I do cook. Actually, I started to cook in Mexico City, and nothing special here. You can see how many vitamins I have here. Oh my god. This is a pretty good stuff actually for detox. And I have even spirulina, vitamin D, C, omega. Oh my god. so many things to eat in the morning besides my breakfast. Pretty much what I eat. It's actually I didn't finish that chia pudding, and I have always berries. I have avocado, I have salmon, and eggs. That's actually what I mostly need, and a lot of beauty stuff here. A lot of these things always in my life. This is my favorite one actually, by the way. Sorry guys, we got a trauma here. Oh my god, I was like trying to, I don't know why I wanted to touch that fucking thing, and I got so burned, you have no idea, and it pains so badly. So what actually before I got that trauma in my life, I wanted to also share with you, for you to understand the way of living in Mexico City and how much costs everything. So for example, for water, I pay around $4 or $5 per month. For gas, I pay like $3, which is cheap, I think, everywhere. And one of the biggest expenses of living in Mexico City and paying for your house is internet here. And you know, in Mexico City, you pay a lot for Wi-Fi, you pay a lot for your mobile phone, and it cost me, for Wi-Fi in the house, it cost me around, well, let's say $20. And other stuff is like nothing, to be honest. So here's my bathroom. It's actually pretty small, but again, you have everything what you need, and this is like, you know, my favorite corner. I think that's what I cannot imagine my life without, and it's actually just part of the cosmetic stuff I have And here also my products for hair. And as I go to sauna, we will go there later. I do have and use that thing as well. That's actually from Cactus. And you know, it's just growing and growing. I don't know, it's like it's never gonna be done here. And now we are going to my bedroom where I actually spend the most of my time. My bedroom, it's also very light. It has like gray, white tones here. Actually, one of the moments which were bothering me here in that apartment, that actual apartment didn't have a wardrobe, because I was living in like 2 years ago in the same complex here with another building, and I got a beautiful, fabulous wardrobe, and I was like happy with that. But here, as we didn't have much space, I guess they got that beautiful closet. And you know, I was doubting if it will be enough for my clothes. And by the way, I came back from Moscow like months ago, and I left 70% of my clothes in Moscow. But still, we do have here a lot of my stuff. Here we go, like jackets, jeans, shorts, skirts, and my bras and stuff. Here we do have my shoes, my boots, and other stuff, and all my sport clothes. And I'm happy that here is like 50% because 50 I left in Moscow. Thanks God, I was smart enough. And here we go with my, normally I put here my dresses and like volume stuff in here also, which I'm just showing you to understand if it like looks like a little bit small, but you get enough space for all my clothes here, which I'm really, and I doubt to get an apartment because of the wardrobe, you can imagine that, but I'm happy that at the end I convinced myself that that's the perfect place to live, and I really love the apartment. And what I love the most here to watch a sunrise from this place, if I wake up early, and by the way now I wake up like 7 AM mostly. So that's pretty it, and to be honest, I spend here now like 80% of my time. I try to keep all of my work projects here and work from my laptop. If I do have some meetings here, mostly they're also in like all of these buildings. And mostly, you know, I do not leave that apartment. It's like very important to feel myself here comfortable, relaxed, and as I spend here a lot of time for now, I do study a lot and I do all my work projects from my house mostly. I really love to spend time here, and you know, sometimes I found myself like not leaving apartment for like 2 days in a row or something, and which is like, I love it, you know. And that's kind of pretty it. So now we are leaving my apartment and going to check two terraces, which are here, and swimming pool, and the gym. Let's go. So we're coming to the first terrace. My apartment is right 2 floors above, and I love to come here to chill, to read the books, to drink some cup of tea, and the sunset time here is just beautiful. Here is like always some constructions is going on. And let's go to another terrace and the swimming pool. One of my favorite things about that complex is that you do have here swimming pool, gym. You have a terrace here, you can chill over here. So let's go with me, I'm gonna show you what we have here. And also, there is a nice security system over here, so you go inside of all of these things in the building just with your fingerprint, which is cool. So here you have a little kindergarten my nephew is not here, so no point, but still. And come here. Here's like chill zone. You have a kind of like home scene here. You have a football here, and by the way, when I was working in the biggest news agency in Russia, I was winning all the guys in there. Like, I'm a champion of that game. And what else? So here comes the first terrace we do have here. I love to chill here after the gym. And sometimes I have lunch over here. And it's pretty cool here. And chill. Like no people at all. I feel sometimes like I'm the only one who lives there. And also we do have tennis here, paddle tennis here. And the problem is I cannot still. It's been 1 year I live here. I always forget to buy the whatever you need to buy for to play paddle. So, but still cool, no? I like it. And also we do have like some area for like weddings, birthday parties. And my favorite part is I think not even the gym but swimming pool. You get a small like event hall, like you can, I don't know, dance here or train here all along. And here we get a swimming pool. Normally I am all along here swimming. Well, normally I swim in the evening, that's why I get kind of time just for myself. Normally it's just me, myself and I, 3 of us. Also you can chill over there, and I love to come here sometimes. I mean, it's great bonus, you know, to have it here. And we are coming to the gym. It's empty. Normally, sometimes in the morning you meet people here, but it's pretty small, but you get like everything to fight with your kilos, you know. I get the cardio zone all the time. I do it here, like trying 40 minutes, maybe 30 minutes, sometimes 1 hour. And you have some machines here to train. So actually everything you have here. I'm going to show you the last point of that floor. Is one of my favorite spots. Is sauna. So you get here like the bathroom for people who are coming to the gym and to the swimming pool. But this is what I really love. Boom! Yeah, sauna. So that's pretty what we have in that floor. Thank you for joining myself today and watching and exploring my apartment in Mexico City. And please comment below if you want me to make another vlogs about me living in Mexico City, if you want me to tell you about like Mexican life or some other stuff, just tell me in the comments. Go to my YouTube channel, go to my account on Instagram, and if that video was interesting for you, just push a like for me, which I appreciate a lot. And I hope to see you soon in my other vlogs. Bye!